So today we are going to make fire cider tonic, wellness tonic, health tonic, whatever you want to call it, fire cider. This is my recipe. Take a little bit when you're not feeling great and feel the immunity goodness that it is. But you can also take it all throughout winter, a little teaspoon or two a day, and keep yourself feeling really good all winter long. So it's really simple ingredients. It's just slightly time consuming right at the first, but then you're going to have it all winter long and it's going to be fantastic. You're going to be glad that you made it. So we're going to start with ginger. You could use powder if you want, but just know that when you use fresh, it's going to be even healthier for you. So it's going to have all of that good I don't want to make health quotes that I can't stand behind, right? I'm not a doctor. I am a health coach and someone who's lost over 100 pounds. So I love teaching plant-based. I love telling you how these plants can help you. And fresh ginger is always going to be better than powdered ginger. So it's been on the shelf for a long time. You want this good fresh stuff. We're just going to cut a couple of knobs off. I'm going to, nice and easy, just peel it. And then we're going to run it through the food processor. Peeling. And I'm just going to make a couple of cups of this. So because it's just two of us, if you have a larger family, then, you can always double this recipe. And I'll put the recipe in the description below. So don't worry about writing any of it down. And so you can tell I have my shredder in my food processor. Right, so I have switched out that blade so that we can shred this. So then I'm not standing around grating this on a box grater, but you absolutely could. If you wanted to use a zester, you could do that. You're going to be here for a while because we need about 1/4 cup of this. So that's the security dog. You're going to probably hear her. Okay, you can see that didn't make much, so we have to go again and do a little more. Just gonna peel, make it fast. And you can save these scraps and steep in a little hot water. Put it in a little cheesecloth. Steep it in some hot water and have some ginger tea. Whew, good stuff. It will definitely open your sinuses. I'm getting that right now. Great for an upset stomach. And you can see I've got some stuck. That's okay. That's okay. We can take it and chop it. So I'm going to do that. This doesn't have to be perfect because all we're trying for, you can see how fibrous that is, I'm going to turn it over, to get the juice out of it. We are going to steep this ginger in, it's fibrous, in some apple cider vinegar. Okay, so we're going to leave that like that. How fantastic that is. All right, we're going to put that in our jar. So we're looking for about 1/4 cup. We are going to do the same with horseradish. Now, it is hard to find horseradish sometimes. So I got this from Whole Foods. Good luck trying to find it. Hopefully you can. If not, you can try the jarred stuff. Same as the ginger, fresh is always best, but do what you can, get what you can. You probably don't want to omit this because it is going to open your sinus. So I'm actually going to use my peeler, I think, on this one. Yeah. Much easier. We're going to go again. And you can see I've got some stuff. That's okay. That's okay. We can take it and chop it. So I'm going to do that. So, same as before, I have just a sliver. I'm going to cut it. Wow. Wow. I whew, getting some sinus opening going on here. Wow. I'll see if I can see to cut this. This is going to be fantastic this winter. All right. Whew. Seriously, that is intense. All right. Ooh, beautiful. We're going to put that in with our ginger. Dang. Okay. All right. Sinus clear. Now, last little root that we're working with here is turmeric. Same as before. You could use powdered turmeric if you want, but if you can get fresh, I suggest getting fresh. And it helps when you put the blade in. There we go. Oh, okay. See if I can peel this. Yeah. Now with turmeric, you kind of want to be a little bit careful because your hands will turn, orange, which isn't a bad thing. It'll wash off. It's kind of like working with a beet. Your hands will turn red. Okay. Now this one's going to be a little more challenging to shred just because of the size. See what we can get. We just need a small amount of it, so not. See if we can cut that a little. There we go. Great for arthritis pain, inflammation. There we go. My hands are slightly orange. Okay, now we are going to start with the garlic. You want about 6 to 8 cloves. This is a nice tight bulb. Okay, my hands are seriously orange. So if you don't want your manicure ruined and your hands orange, then I suggest wearing gloves when dealing with that turmeric. Smash that garlic. Sometimes you gotta hit it a couple of times. This is juicy. This is gonna be great. And then once you get it peeled, we're just gonna put that in the jar as well. So I'm going to peel these and I'll be right back. I have no trick for peeling garlic. I've tried some of the little garlic peelers. I don't know, takes more time I think than it does to just peel them. If you've got some tips for peeling garlic, leave them in the comments. Let me know. I'm always happy to save time. Okay. Let me again clean this off and I'll be right back. Right. Now we're going to add our onion. You just want a small to a medium onion for that 2-person fire cider. Whew. This is strong as well. This is going to be a fantastic fire cider. All right, Going in with the onion. I'm just going to go in with half because that was a large onion. And then we're going to go in with an orange. I want a little bit of the zest, so I'm going to also use a lemon, and I want a little bit of the zest. I haven't washed these yet. I'm going to go wash them. I'll be right back. Okay, I have washed them. Now, I did buy organic, and I highly encourage you to do the same if your budget allows. We're just going to give it a good zest. For one of my next videos, because once this sets, you want it to set for about a month to get nice and potent. But once I do that, before I make it into the tonic, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these leftovers. And I think you're going to love it. Because we're not going to just throw this away and use the juice only. We're going to use every bit of this. So I'm going to just simply cut into it. I'm only going to put about half just because I'm running out of room. And we're going to pack this down. Don't worry about the seeds. Okay, and now the lemon. I'm going to take off that stem. Cut this into small pieces so that it'll fit and get into the little corners. We want everything below that water line. So, all right, we are almost there. Now, you can use jalapenos if you want. I have some serranos. You determine what you want. I can't handle much heat at all, so I'm only going to use one of these. But the hot peppers are fantastic for circulation. So I'm putting it all in. Seeds, everything. Okay, we got that. And then you can use rosemary or thyme. Both of those are great herbs to use in your fire cider. We're just going to do a little sprig, put it down the side, and another little sprig on the other side. I'm going to finish it all off with a little black pepper, and we're going to try to get that down into the corners. These are peppercorns, but they've gotten a little bit ground. That's okay. All right. And then you're just going to top it with apple cider vinegar. You're going to fill it. I cannot tell you the scent that is going on in my home. All right, and you can see that rosemary's sticking, things are floating. That is okay for this. But you do want to use a little parchment paper because the rim will get corrosive otherwise. So we're just going to seal that. And you have fire cider. It's going to be fantastic. Let it sit in a cool, dark place for about at least 2 weeks, 2 to 4 weeks. And then you can strain it and use the juice for your fire cider wellness tonic. Now be sure and look for my next video where I'm going to show you how to do that and what you can do with all of the goodness, the onions, the orange, the lemon, everything that's in here. I'm going to show you how you can use it again. And if you like this video, you're going to really like this next one.